How's it going, everyone? My name's IQ. Let's start off this tutorial.
These next 3 slides are the basis of how hyperlapse are shot. The first slide is talking about the equipment that you're going to need to be able to do it. If you can get a tripod or a monopod with the base, that would be optimal. And make sure you have a lens that has a deep depth of focus, so that way you're able to capture not only the foreground but the background as well. The equations are basically there to give you an idea of how many pictures you have to take for the time lapse, and then what distance you're going to cover for every photo you take. For a time lapse, you want that cinematic look, so you're going to have these specific settings, and it'll give you that kind of smooth motion. Alright, so let's take a look and see how we're going to frame our pictures. So in each of these examples, you're going to see that the cursor is going to have exactly the same crosshairs on the same point from one picture to the next. This short video is just showing you what it looks like to take all the pictures. It takes a long time, it can be tiring, so if you need to take a break, but just know you're going to be moving small increments, little by little, until you get all of the shots. This next clip, I have an example of what I used. I used a monopod. I didn't have a base, which would have made my life easier, but luckily my camera has a leveling tool that lets me see whether I'm level or not. Okay, now let's transfer everything to Final Cut Pro. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find all the photos that you've just taken, select all of them, make sure you have the Analyze for White Balance, import it. Once it's all imported, select all the images that you need, throw it into your timeline. They're already going to be selected, but if you ever need to reselect them, combination of buttons is Command A. After you've hit Command A, you're going to hit Command D, and that is going to change the duration of how long each clip is played. As you can see here, I have a stray image that was kind of ruining the flow, so I deleted it. And just play it back so that way you can see the video. If everything looks good, go up to the share. Make sure you make a master clip. Save it in a file where you know it's going to be safe. Come back into Final Cut Pro. Open up a new project. Make sure to label it stabilization. And that new clip that you just made, transfer it over. You could be thinking maybe I need to make a compound clip, but if you do that, you can't actually stabilize in Final Cut Pro. Alright, once the clip has been put into your timeline, and you check it real quick to make sure everything is nice and smooth, go up to your inspector, scroll down until you see stabilization, and once you see stabilization, click on it. It's going to analyze and take a few seconds to load, but then once it's ready, it'll give you 3 options. It'll give you a smooth cam, an inertia cam, or an automatic. For the first stabilization, because you're going to have to do this more than once, I just use the automatic. And then afterwards, I save it again as a master clip. Make a new project one more time, put it in that project, and leave it in there. The reason why I make a new project every time is if for any reason I lose the clip, I make an error, I can come back to that clip and I don't have to remake it, and it saves me time. Once you make a new project and you upload the stabilized video, hit the stabilization button again. It's going to take a little while. Let that analyze. Once it's done, take a quick look at your video. Look at that. Much smoother. For this new video, you're most likely going to want to trim the corners because you're still going to have a little bit of a wavy rocking motion. So trim those corners to the best of your ability. And then after you do, this should be the end result. I had tons of fun doing this. I hope you guys do as well. Have fun making hyperlapses, and I'll see you later.